Hi, I'm Patience Pickner, and I'd like to share with you a fun design idea for utilizing old discarded pallets. I like to find the ones that are kind of grayed. I love the patina of the old crusty. The crustier the better. So we picked these, which are kind of fun and funky. And it's a really simple design. You start with these great UCI containers, and they're from the Millstone collection. And they have that really cool urban architectural look that's trending really hot right now. And all it is just 2 wood screws to attach them. Really simple, just like that. They look great on the wall too. And I used a couple pieces of angle iron at the bottom of the pallet just to keep it from being tippy. So it's super simple. You can cover that with moss if you want, but I also, if you can go to the architectural salvage and find the old rusty ones, those are really fun too. So we're gonna start with some deer antlers. I'm a South Dakota girl, and I had to bring part of South Dakota with me out here to California. So some deer antlers. And I love anything that's real organic and outdoorsy. I always say I don't know if I could design without willow or twigs or some kind of branches. And I like the movement of this ruscus and how it draws your eye into the design. So we're gonna add that. You know, a walk through Mayesh's cooler really is quite orgasmic. The fall stuff is starting to show up now, the fall foliages, the deep rich colors. It's just beautiful. I had a hard time deciding what color palettes to use. And then I found these Liatris, and they just made me smile. Aren't they cute how they're all bent and funky? So we're gonna start with a great line, because as we know, every design needs a great line, a great focal, great color, all those design elements. I love putting purple into my fall arrangements. I think it kind of richens them and gives them more depth. And then we're gonna add some of these beautiful Miricle roses. You know, they get a bad rap because they open really quickly, but they seem to hold really well, and you just cannot beat that orange color. It's amazing. So we're gonna cluster in some of those really nice and deep into the design. My husband hunts and fishes all the time. And sometimes I get a little annoyed with him, but he's a really smart man, and when he comes back, he always brings me little gifts like, you know, deer antlers and driftwood and pheasant feathers. And so I'm like, oh, honey, you do love me. Not too many men get off that easily, but I'm a sucker for stuff like that. I love these pincushion protea. It just brings in another texture. I love how they look like they're pokey, but they're so soft. It's one of my favorite flowers. We're just gonna nestle them in there. And then look at this great thistle. I love it. The green color is so cool. I've never seen it this green before. I've gotten the blue, but never the green. Always grouping and clustering. So you can see it goes pretty quickly, this sort of a design. And next we got to add in just a few feathers. I love pheasant feathers. I love the colors in them. And I use them a lot in my design work. And they're really easy to shape and get them to do what you want them to do. I like anything I can control. So we're just gonna place them in here so they're pointing back into the design. That's always important. I've had such a great time here at Mayesh. Everyone's so wonderful, and it really is an amazing place to shop. You get lost in the cooler. Okay, so you can see, quick, easy, simple. This design over here is finished, so we can move over here. It's a little bit different color palette. Instead of the bright oranges and purples, I went with the greens, the deep reds, and the purples. As you can see, this design is all about texture. From the fuzzy Liatris and the fuzzy feathers to the furry magnolia. I love the brown. Usually when I use it, I always show the back instead of the front. And again, the green trick, love it. You gotta use that in your designs. Anytime a design isn't working for you, if you add some of that green in, it seems to make everything else kind of pop, and it works really well. The succulents. Succulents are really hot right now. And those are simple to use. Just put in a wooden pick and stick them right into your design. They last for a really long time. This one is just stuck right here to the design on some moss, and it'll last for days and days like that. So for an event work, it's great. I love the fall foliages, the grevillea and the cotinus. I can't say enough about fall foliages. They're my favorite. So this is my final design. I hope not final. And I just want to thank Mayesh and everyone. I had a blast, and I hope to see you next year. I'm Patience Pickner, and I would love to be your next Mayesh Design Star.